quick video on how to do a basic decoder install on a couple of old blue box locomotives. Here's the stuff I'll be using: soldering iron, basic decoders, optional lights, a couple of trains, helping hand, small amount of wire, just general hand tools. So to open up the shell, you'll find clips along the bottom edges here. Here and here. I'm going to remove the factory light here by prying up underneath that. Next, I'm going to pull these off. One of the most important steps you have to do when you're installing a decoder on any locomotive, especially these older ones, you have to make sure that the motor is electrically isolated from the frame and thus from the tracks. Here on this one, the bottom, this connects to here. That will short out a decoder. That won't work. If you look, the bottom of these motors, they have these tabs here. That touches the chassis down here and makes contact. So to remove the motor from the chassis, you want to come at the bottom and if you can see up in here, these rubber mounts. Before I solder wires onto the motor, I remove the brush clip, this clip here. That way you won't melt the plastic. Move that up. And then there'll be a spring and the brush. Same thing on the bottom side. Spring. If you take a look at the clips which hold the brushes in, this one is the one that goes on the bottom of the motor. It has these contacts that touch here. And like I was saying earlier, you can't have that. So what I'll typically do is I'll put this one on the bottom and this one on the top. Also, after it's soldered, I'll put tape along here so it can't touch. And I also take a needle nose and kind of like smash this down, bend that down as much as I can. At minimum, you need to make 4 connections for the decoder to work. You have 2 going to the track. On Digitrax, it's red and black, and you have 2 wires going to the motor. On this one, it's orange and gray. So I'm going to connect the black rail wire to this front clip here, which attaches to the chassis, and on this one it's the wheels on this side, this rail. I'm going to take just a knife. You could use a file or something. I'm going to scrape the oxidation off a part of this, just make it. Alright, I'm just going to start by getting a little solder on here. There we go. For the other side of the rail, I'm going to hook the red wire to both of these tabs here. For that I had to add, here's the red wire coming off the decoder, I had to add another piece to go both ways. So once again, I'm going to fairly clean. You could use sandpaper or a file for this as well. It might actually work a little better. Yeah. Solder sticks a lot better when you scrape the oxide off. Get a piece on blob on there. And also this side. And then I will get a little solder going on the wires as well. That helps to bend a little hook in that. So I like to leave a lot of extra wire out here and make kind of a loop almost. That way when this flexes back and forth, it's not going to break. The worst thing you could do is have this like really taut like that, because then when this flexes back and forth, it's going to be a fulcrum point like right here, and the wire's going to break right off right there. So these are the clips that hold the brushes in. This is what you want to solder onto. You can tell there's two different sides. This side here with it's almost like an S. This is the side where the brush goes. That's I'm calling that the front side. The one that's just a C like that, that's the back side away from where the brushes and the springs go. So I'm going to solder, I want to solder the wire basically right along here on the bottom. So as before, I'm going to kind of clean up that surface there a little bit, shine it up. So here you get to make a decision. If you want on this locomotive, if you want the short cab to be the normal forward direction, you want to put the orange wire on the top and the gray wire on the bottom. If you want this side, the long hood, to be the normal forward direction, then you want to put the gray one on the top and the orange wire on the bottom. I'm going to run this one that way, so I'm going to solder the gray wire here onto the top. I'm going to put the orange wire to the bottom. Just trim off some of that excess there just in case. Okay, now to reinstall everything, you want to put the brush back in with you can't see that, the rounded side goes down, and then the spring. And now you want to put this side over here first, and then put that down like that. And the bottom exactly the same. Brush in, curved side, if you can see that, down, flat side up, spring. Just like that. All right, I've got everything hooked up here, sitting on the test track. Motor's right here. About to...
Seems to work.
So reinstalling the motor back into the chassis is fairly straightforward. You need to put the rubber clips back onto the motor. And then the motor. Oops, I got it the wrong way. And the motor back into the chassis. Now these are splined, so you've got to get those lined up. Yeah, check on the bottom that these all four are pushed all the way in. Sometimes you need to take a screwdriver and push like right there. If all four of these aren't all the way in, you can get this in here crooked and you'll get some weird results. So for each locomotive, I'm going to use 2 pairs of light bulbs and 2 resistors. And basically you want to, for each pair, you want to hook these 2 in series with that. I'll show you the easiest way I've found to do that. I'll take one of these, cut it off a slight ways back. Take the other one, go maybe, I don't know, 3 centimeters back from that. Okay, this isn't showing up very well on the camera, but basically what I've got is one lead from each of the bulbs going to one side of the resistor, and then these 2 are going to go to power. And go ahead and solder that. Here I've made up 4 pairs of these. Each one there's a resistor here, and then 2 bulbs. This will be enough to do both locomotives. Okay, I'll try to show this wiring the best I can. So this is going to be the front headlight pair. One of these goes to the blue wire common. One of them goes to yellow. For the back headlight pair, one of these goes to blue common, and one of them goes to the white. I left an extra blue wire coming out here because I think I'm going to add more lights later on using the green and purple wires from here. I wasn't able to get it on camera, but I used this double sticky pad to mount the decoder back up in here and get some of the wires tucked away. Okay, I'm going to try and show the wiring here again on the SD9 unit. So coming out of the decoder, we've got red wire goes to each of these pickups, which is this side of the rail. The black wire goes to the chassis, which is the bottom side of the rail. Other side, whatever, this side. We've got the orange wire that goes to the top of the motor, the gray wire that goes to the bottom of the motor, and then we have these two wires here, green and purple, are going to be used later. I've got yellow wire here, goes to one side of this bulb. The other side of this bulb goes to the resistor. Other side of the resistor goes to one side of this bulb. Other side of this bulb goes back to the blue common. Then I've got an extra blue common coming off for later. Then I've got the white wire here coming to one side of one bulb. Other side of that bulb goes to the resistor. Other side of the resistor to one side of this bulb. Other side of this bulb back to the common. Okay, I'm trying to show this the best I can here. I've got everything packed away down in the chassis here. I got the decoder, the lights are tucked up and glued in the ends. Got this stuck down. These are extra wires here. For now, I'm just going to tuck those back up in here.